I'm here. All right. Thank you so much. Firstly, I'd like to thank all of you, every one of you, for coming despite the jam and everything to come and sit over here to listen to what all of us have to talk about. So from just now, like from Jane, from Amy telling like small changes. All right. Before I tell about small changes, let me tell about myself first. All right. My name is Lokeshwari Mahindran. You can just call me Lokesh. All right. I'm actually I would say a volunteer from Small Changes, and I would say I became one of their deputy module director for one of the project, and then after that I became one of the co-founder of one of the strongest project in our organization, which is our project Aspire to Inspire, which focuses on Orang Asli. That's one of the projects already. Right. And now I'm the director of the project itself. So Small Changes, what is it all about? Small Changes is actually a youth organization. Like now we are transforming into a student-based organization which focuses to fight education inequality. We feel right now each and one of us, we have the privilege to get education. But do you know that people, despite of the city life, if you go into the rural areas or even to village, some of them might not even pass primary level. Some of them even like sit at homes and they do not. I even like faced. Do you even know like there's even a girl? There's still little kids who still doesn't know how to spell their own name. Who still, if you ask any question or so, even in Malay or even in English, they do not even understand. They are still kids over there, and they do not get the privilege of that basic education. So that's what Small Changes, we are fighting to be against education inequality. We try to like at least cover the breach, the gap between those who have the privilege and those who don't have. At least through empowering them through camps. We do camps for from kids from rural areas, and we do like soft skill empowerment. That's for the community. And we want to like promote volunteerism among youth, which is what I'm going to talk about today. So, my topic, youth facing the interface as a giver, and how society views you, or because we are in the society in a way, play a part in it. So, right now I'm just talking, you guys are just, alright, stand up. Okay, I call this the technique of determining who does the work and who does not do the work. It was taught by my professor to find out who does the work and who does not do the work. So this one I changed it to like find out who really understands what I'm going to talk about. Alright, if you think you have done something great in life, please sit down. Okay. Right. If you think you have sacrificed something that it is most beloved to your heart for the benefit of other people, regardless of whatever I'll say consequences you would face, sit down. Take. If you ever thought that you have impacted someone's life through anything, please sit down. Okay, sit down. Truthfully, betul ke? Alright. Actually, why I did that? Because I want to activate your mind. Because it's lazy afternoon. One thing, and second thing is I wanted to like really evoke. There's a warmer up before the topic. Actually, what I want to point is each one of you is a giver in a way. It doesn't mean you have to give ding, 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 to be the giver. Indirectly or even directly, all of you, each one of you, regardless of ladies or ladies or men or old or young, all of you are a giver. Alright? So, my topic, youth being a giver. Alright, a giver, in a way, let me define it to make it simple. Youth as a giver. A giver means a contributor. That's what I've been trying to ask you guys a question. Contributor. Have you ever contributed to the society? And which is what I'm going to focus the people is youth. People how to say, if you guys notice, youth, especially the students, let me go to the students, right? Don't worry about the bit older, don't worry, you are also have faced that stage. Students, try to think about this. When we enter into schooling or even our degree life, we have this perception. Alright, enter the school, enter the university, go to classes, and then Saturday, Sunday, go have fun. If you don't want to have fun, do your assignments. Then, if there is a university event, you have to go, attend it, get your points so that you will not have the problems to graduate later on. That's it. And then repeat, and that's it. And if you go against that cycle, it's like, what is she doing? What is he doing? Then some of them will ask that, some of them will come to you and say, wow, so much time you got, can you give some time to me? When we ask, why do you need that time? Want to sleep? Want to sleep? Or want to hang out more with their friends? But not nobody, but has anyone thought about going more towards the cycle? Even if there are people who want to go more than the cycle, there are problems they face, that they have to face, which are youth, which is what we are going to talk about. So, we all can say, some of the students or the youth or even the society might say, if I want to contribute to society, there are a lot of problems. Yes, there are problems, trust me. And what are those problems that we will face? First of it, sorry. Thanks one more time. Okay. Perspectives and willpower. I would like to talk about that first. Alright. To be a giver, to contribute to the society directly or indirectly, it doesn't have to be money. Trust me, in my organization, as small changes, even regardless of small changes or any other organization that I've joined, they have taught me only one thing. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be things. Sometimes your actions will make an impact without you realizing. And to do that, sometimes to continue what you want to do, you sometimes need that willpower. For an example, human beings, you might have faced the challenges, right? For an example, suddenly, or even, when you're doing your volunteerism or doing an event, there might not be people that you really want, the amount of people to join, or there might be people who will discourage you in a way, say that this will not work out. This will, some of them will even shut the doors to your face when you want to even talk about it. When you want to promote, when you want to promote that, okay, I'm going to do about this, and suddenly the doors, bye. Or might be, when you talk, hey, let's meet up, let's talk about the cause that I'm going to do. I'm going to do something great for the society, for the community. Oh, yeah, about community, later lah. It's okay, can we talk about this later? Something like that. So, one of the problems that the youth will face when they are doing something or they want to contribute to the society is the willpower. How strong they are to face the critics. How strong they are to continue regardless of what happened. Because people around them will somehow change how they think and how strong their thinking will be. That's how it really reflects. And another thing is, alright. Another thing, perspectives doesn't mean for you as well. It plays a part towards the people that you are trying to help as well. For example, I'd like to give an example. Like as I said just now, one of the projects that SC is handling is focusing on Orang Asli, like the one that I co-founded. The name of project is Project Aspire to Inspire. It's a 3-year long term plan, and we focus on empowering the community through education and soft skill empowerment. And the perspective over there is like, it's not about me or my volunteers or even my community team of like, we have to change them and stuff and everything. It's about the people that I want to help as well. Some of them, they will like, the moment you step into their village, they run. The kids especially, the kids will like think like, oh my God, someone new is coming. They are afraid of change. The perspective in their mind, they are afraid. One. It's not, sometimes you have the perspective to want to change, but people around you, which is people that you would like to help, also will not have the same perspective as you would want them to have. That's another challenge that the youth face. The people that you want to help, they don't get the connection. And to make them to flow into the same way you think, that's another challenge for the youth. And we faced, I mean, my team, we really faced it for 3 long years. From the small little kid until the oldest one, 70 plus years old, we had a great challenge to change their mindset, to make them believe that, you know, kids after 12 years old, regardless of whatever result that she, for example, a girl, even if she failed her UPSL, so what? Educate her, don't get her, don't marry her off. I still remember that last year, we went back to the Orang Asli village. We were taking some data, and a girl came forward. I thought that, oh, okay, she just had her holiday and she's talking. And then I asked the village head, oh, what's the event that's happening over here? You know, they are preparing for a wedding. Then the village head said, yeah, we are going to get one of our villagers getting married. So I said, oh, that's really great. Okay, if we want to get married, okay, for city, 27 above, start to get married. But then I thought, okay, maybe the girl might be 25, 26, already finished, you know. And then I asked, oh, where's the bride? Oh, she's right in front of you. The little, you know, the teenage girl who was serving me drinks, she was the bride. And when I asked her how old is she, 16. 16 years old. 16 years old girl. And the perspective, what kind of perspective? That you might be thinking in your heart, what kind of perspective are these people having? Wearing off a teenage girl? But that's how they're thinking. What's the use of education? You don't have to be educated too much for girls. And the kids, the males, you don't have to be educated. Just go to the estate, help out your parents. For them, like for us, like no, education is the basic thing. You will get it. When you get it, you can be someone big. We know the value, but they feel like, no, getting a plate of rice on the table, that's the most important thing. And to get it, you go to the estate, earn it, and that 10 bucks or 50 ringgit is what is important to them. They do not see that. And to make their perspective to change to how we think, that is a challenge. That is a challenge that a youth will face, regardless of whatever community that they are going to help, or whoever they want to help, to change their perspective to be the same as yours, that's a challenge. And another challenge that within the perspective that will be faced by the youth or even the society regardless of the age is they will be facing the term that I recently got is the dry out phase. There will be a time when you have, this is for those who think that no lah, I'm not giving yet or anything, I'm not a giver. Don't really, you are a giver in a way, we can't explain how. But for those who are in the field of like contributing, regardless of working or student, you will face the term called a dry out phase. The phase where you feel like, I'm done. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't have the heart anymore. You will face that, the dry out phase. Like you might be saying that, oh, I have the passion. Yes, you have the passion, but at the same time you have that crisis called dry out phase. That's another challenge that the youth will be facing in a way to tackle that tryout phase, to find their motivation and their message. What is their main intention when they want to help in the first place? Because this will be faced by who, those who have been in this term for a long time, 10 years, 20 years. I really salute those people, man, who really have been saying that I've been contributing for the society for the past 20 years. I salute you, because it's not easy. You might be thinking maybe they have money or what. It's not about the money. It's not about things or how well off you are. It's about what makes you to keep going. That's why I say the tryout phase. That's another challenge that the youth will face. You'll be youth or regardless of society, you'll be facing that. You'll be thinking why am I here? There'll be a point of why am I here in the first place? Why am I doing this? So for the youth to answer it, that will be a difficult phase. Because student, yes, you have the time, but after that student life, there will be a period where you want to go. So are you still going to continue this? So that's another challenge. And as I said just now, time and cost. Alright, now let's change and then let's go to the second part of the quiz. Alright, stand up. Okay. Okay, this one don't worry. This one automatically everyone will have you'll be sit down or stand up thing. There will be just one question. Alright, I'm just going to give you a situation. If it's a yes, I'm going to give the situation. At the same time, I give two answer to it. If you feel the first option is the correct one, you sit down. If you feel the second option that I'm going to give is the right one, you stand up. Okay, the situation is there was once okay, this situation that I face. Okay, I was in the house of my friend. I went there as a visitor, and we were really hardcore. We needed funds. We are not we don't get corporate sponsors. So our main sponsor is public. Alright, public. Just how we go to them, please donate to us, please buy this, please buy that. That's how we go at first during 2016. So that time I was in the house with my friend. His name is Yusuf, and Yusuf's mom is an Indonesian. She's an Indonesian, so she's very close to the mates around the neighborhood. So there will be a chit-chat membawang session at the doorstep. Every time I'll join her, and she'll be membawang with the mates, So as she's even though she's not that keen on her son's work, she always complains to me Yusuf ni tak balik lah, tak penat ke? Kau pun tak penat ke? That kind of thing. So, but she was so keen to tell to the mates, Indonesian mates, that her son is doing this. Her son is going to help children who doesn't have education. We are going to do camp, but my son doesn't have the money to do it. And itulah macam ni lah, tak ada duit lah. Macam mana ni ayah? Mimi tengah jual baju ni, t-shirt ni, t-shirt pun tak ada orang nak beli. Then a mate, Indonesian mate, she heard this. Indonesian mate, just getting 1,000 ringgit per month, which is every single cent of her money matters, And she said that she want to the mom, Yusuf's mom just asked her, belilah t-shirt satu, 50 ringgit, belilah satu t-shirt, belilah. Okay, that situation. First situation, the maid bought the t-shirt and she said it's okay. That 50 ringgit is really high for me, but I feel the kids out there need education. It's okay if I'm not educated, but I don't want the kids out there that you're going to help face the same situation as I do. For that, I'm giving that 50 ringgit. It's okay if I send 950 ringgit to Indonesia. That's the first situation. The second situation, she said, I will try to promote this to the rest of the mates, but but I'm not able to give the 50 ringgit, but I'm able to tell this around and make sure that they buy this. First answer, second answer.
That's the option.
Yeah, the first option, she bought the t-shirt and she said that it's okay. The first 150 ringgit to my home, but I don't want any kids to face the same situation as I am. That's my second option. I'm not able to give you, I'm not able to buy the t-shirt, but I will spread this around and make sure that at least one of them will buy the t-shirt. If you choose the first option, sit down. Stand up. You immediately support. Alright. Okay, calm down everyone. Calm down. Alright. Okay. Actually, she bought the t-shirt. The second option actually, can I say a group of mates, right? So this one mate, she came forward and said, I will buy the t-shirt, do not worry. And the other group of the mates, she said, I'm not able to give money because I really have to send it to home. But I will make sure, I'll tell to my boss. Boss, you know, you ingat senang ada orang gaji mau pergi cakap, boss, buy lah t-shirt. The rest of my mates, they say, I will go and promote my boss to every other Indonesian mates out there, Indonesian, Philippine, I don't care. I'll go and tell them and promote this. But what really touched me that time is like, those mates, they are workers, you know. They come here to earn. And even the small amount of money, every single ringgit matters to them. Because that's their income, and their families in Indonesia, it's like really, you know how it is. They might be the sole provider, but for the 50 ringgit, you feel like 50 ringgit like, it's okay lah, we just buy something. For us, it's like but for them, it's the 50 ringgit really matters. And still, she came and she said, I'll buy the t-shirt, it's okay. But what really touched my heart was when she said that it's okay, I'm uneducated. I do not know how to read or write. I don't want the kids out there to face the same situation that I'm facing. That's who is she? But she is like thinking broad. Like what a small kid should think, she's thinking. So the heart to give, I learned from her that time. And this was another situation that was given by one of our founders during our fundraising. We do fundraising, yearly fundraising. So there will be times that the collection will be like 3,000, 4,000, it will be really down. Meanwhile, we need like about 60 to 70k, but we got like 5,000, 4,000, but that time it will be really down. That time, I think it was last year, our founder came to us and said, do you know, like each and every ringgit, regardless of how many thousand it was, the heart to give by those people, it really matters. And he said another story to us. Once we went to masjid, the Muslims, they went to masjid to pray, and that time they have this sesi berkumpul, so they were talking about it, that we need money, we want to help people, the kids up there, we need to conduct camps for them, soft skill classes for them, so we needed money. So, but we don't have enough money for it. Then, there was this one elderly man. He's very, looking at him, he's like really poor, homeless, I think homeless, right? I'm not unsure about it, but he was really poor. And he came to my founder and he gave about 20 or 30 ringgit, if I'm not mistaken. He said, this is the amount that I'm able to give, but I'm giving it from my heart. I hope this helps. That really gives a sense of to me. It's in a way like, it's telling me that who says that you have to be a billionaire or millionaire to give? Who says that you have to be Bill Gates to give? Each one of you have the heart of gold to give. It doesn't have to be money. When you say words of encouragement, when you say that, when you go to a kid who has a problem and say that you can do it, you are the giver. That's why I'm saying that no one will be the giver. And challenge time and cost. Youth, right? Youth and the society, we always have this problem. we always state this reason saying that this is my problem, that's why I'm going to contribute time and cost. To conduct programs for the people that really need your help, it requires a lot of time. Because to plan it, to make sure that it works well, and to get the fund, it's not easy. So you have to invest a lot of your time. But what I feel is, like what I feel from the based on what people have been telling me, have been facing, time is not the problem actually. It's how you arrange your time. Like for an example, my semester break, I do not always go back to my hometown. I always stay and I go for the camps. Sometimes I will not have the time to spend with my family. Sometimes it will be 3 to 4 months since I saw my mom. Sometimes max was 5 months. I will be staying at my friend's house, but I feel like sometimes I know that my family knows better. The time and the cost. Sometimes to travel, you need money. But sometimes if you really want to do it, you will get what you want to have. That's what I would say for the time and the money. That's what the maids showed me, the lady maid showed me, and the elderly uncle showed me. Regardless of the cost that you want to give, it's okay. But the heart to give, that's the thing. These are the challenges, but perspectives, as one said, once again I say, that's what matters. If you have the right perspective to change, to make people change, if you have the perspective to like, we can do it, I think nothing is impossible, that's one. Okay, now, alright, as I said, we can help the givers, like people, and you, how you can help the givers in a way. One, set the example. Alright, this set the example, but I'm going to tell about this one person. She has been inspiring me for the past 23 years. Okay, I don't say my age, but it's okay. But never ask the age of a girl, that's okay. 23 years of my life, I've been inspired by this one lady. She had been showing me that, who cares? It doesn't mean you have to be like a chop over here. I'm a volunteer, I'm a giver, then you can give. She had been showing me, she had been showing me that, that was like an ice cream. I thought it was an ice cream. Alright. Her name is Sharani. There was once she showed me, like that was the time I was like, I think it recently happened. She only had 50 ringgit in her pocket, and there was our neighbor who came to her and said that, I have to buy rice for my family, but I don't have the money yet because my husband haven't got the gaji yet, normal tukang sampah, And she had only 50 ringgit, and she told me that, I think the bank will be closed for 2 days, but because that time it was nearing some kind of event, I forgot about it, but the bank will be closed for the weekend. She said I only have 50 ringgit, we have to be like really particular about the money, and she said, what should we do? She asked me, and I was like, what should we do? Keep the money. That's initially in the devil's side, It said, keep the money lah, already two days we won't have the bank, then how to cash out. Then during the evening, afternoon the person asked, evening, then she came to me and she said, I gave the 50 ringgit to her. Can I have your 20 ringgit? She was asking for my money. And I was like, why did you give the money? Then she said, because we have rice in our home, we have food, but what about them? It's okay. And that example, the example to give, she has been setting to me since young. And regardless of whatever things that she has sacrificed, she will give. Even if there's people on the road, which happened once, accident, there were people like, buat bodoh aja. She stopped the car and she went to that person and she helped out. That guy had an accident. And the guy didn't even thank her first. She just said, my God, why did you save me? My motor is already gone. But she still said that it's okay. It's okay if the motor gone. Your life is important. Since young, I've been seeing her like doing stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. Society, Don't show the example that we should be selfish. No need to care about people, we should care about ourselves. Be kiasu. Don't be kiasu. Set the example since young. Even if not without money, to be encouraging and to be like saying that it's okay, we should help people, it's okay if they are poor or what. If you are able to like lead them the way or show them the way that they can change or improvise their life, that's great. That's how you guys should be showing to your kids. That's why I set example, and that lady is actually my mom. She really showed me the way, and that's because of her I'm here telling you guys. You know, means I'm like somewhere out there. And pathway, show them the pathway. Adults, you have the access, you have the context. Of course, there will be people bugging to you, like, join us. We have this opportunity to volunteer. Don't like hide it from your kids or your children or your relatives. Don't show it to them. Expose them. Sometimes you are the mediums to like show the youth that these are the pathways. Like you don't go and I have like few of my relatives, they will like say that to the kids who are like dozing around their semester break, go for volunteerism lah, why you're sitting at home, blah blah blah. But sometimes I just go to them and ask them, but you know there are opportunities, why don't you teach your kids about it? So that's what I'm telling to you guys. Set the pathway, show them. If you do not know, try to find it for them. We know how to find international schools for our kids and stuff, why don't we find perfect or medium for the kids to explore their, art to give. So, right? They already thinking before they're thinking again for the ice cream. What I'm going to tell you guys is, what I'm telling is, all of you are givers. Each one of us, from young to old, you are a giver. Alright? It's not about money, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about money. The heart to give, when you have the heart to change someone, to impact someone, you are a giver, you have contributed to society. Right. So